Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. I think you're going to enjoy the show today. We're going to talk about fitness testing for seniors, how you can do at least some of that testing on your own to get a general idea. What your fitness level is, we don't know. What should we try? What should we not? Should we wait? Should we get a personal trainer? Should you watch shows like mine? Try Silver Sneakers? Go to your senior center. There's a million things you can do, but we're going to try to get a general idea of where your fitness level is. The name of the show is called Check It Out. And with the pandemic, you've been doing a lot of what? Watching television and sitting. We're going to do another show on just what sitting does to your body and your mind. Part of the show, at least, will be dedicated to that. So you'll probably never sit again after you watch that show. But today we are going to talk about fitness testing. If you don't want to do it on your own, if you want more than what I'm giving you today, you want to find a physical therapist that specializes in the aging body or a personal trainer that specializes. And she has a certificate of training in our area. So keep that in mind too if you want to get really serious about working out. But I do want to mention our two thoughts for the day today. There are so many good thoughts in here that I've been doing too. The first one is, this was an interviewer talking to Julia Child. And the question was, to what do you attribute your longevity? And Julia Child says, red meat and gin. Do you think that's true? Do you think we should drink all we want and eat red meat all the time? Not all the time. A piece of red meat now and then can be good, as long as it's lean. As far as the gin goes, I'm not sure about that. I did lose my place, but that's okay because there's a million. It says, live your life and forget your age. And Norman Vincent Peale said that, because as we get older, we tend to concentrate on, oh, look at that line, and oh, the gray hair. Just do something about it. Start exercising, taking a walk. You'll look better, and you'll feel better too. So I just thought we'd start with that. So first of all, you're going to find someone to help you if you're really serious about this. In your 70s, by age 70, you can lose as much as half of your strength if you do nothing. Okay, by age 80, muscle mass deterioration accelerates. It's kind of scary, isn't it? Now, the problem spots are your shoulders and your hips. And what's next? Oh gosh, we've got a lot to talk about today. So we're going to do a little bit of testing for the upper body. Yes. There's something called frozen shoulder. For people that don't do any strength training or anything for their upper body, you can get a frozen shoulder, and that sometimes requires surgery. You don't want that, so you want to keep moving that area. And your lower back and mobility problems happen in your hips, which affects lower body strength and mobility. You know, you're walking and getting up and down and things like that. So we're just going to move along. We're going to take our weights, and we're going to test the strength in our upper body. But first, guess what we have to do? We have to warm up a little bit. So I'm going to put the weights down, stand up, make some room for yourself. No music. I'm just going to do anything that comes to mind that moves, just to warm up both the upper and the lower body. What can we do first? I don't know. Just move side to side, just to get that body moving. And slap your thighs if you want. You don't have to. You can do this with your arms. You can dance if you want. Put your hands on your hips. Side step, side. Just touch your foot to the side. Good. Now, the faster you go, I suppose the better it is, but just go at your own speed. Good. Now let's kick the leg out. One, and you know this is a good one for your balance. For young people, they would say, well, what's so big about this step? What's so great about it? What can it possibly do for you? For us, it helps with our balance because we're changing body directions each side. So it's just a kick and a kick and a kick. All right? All right, now you're going to lift your leg up. One, so you're strengthening that leg as well as moving. So we're just getting a little cardio exercise here to get the heart rate up, warm up your muscles, because we're gonna do some testing, some exercises. Good. Let's do a few more of these without the arms, though. This too is good for balance. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Now you're just going to reach across, getting a little stretch with your warm-up. Strengthening, stretching, warming up. That's some of our basic fitness components. Yes. And reach, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. I just didn't want to walk into that chair. Now you're going to step forward and back. You can swing your arms if you want, so it's like walking, isn't it? Forward and back. It's moving, getting that heart rate up just a little bit. Or you can point to the front and point to the back. Whichever one you can do is fine. Anything is better than nothing. Just sitting all day long, watching television. Some people leave their television on all day. It's good company, though. Sometimes we need it. Sometimes we need television. Let's try the other side. So it's forward and back. Forward. Again, watch. I'm putting the whole foot down here, or just the toe. When you do just the toe, it's a good balance exercise also. Yeah. And here. Good. Here. Back. Wonderful. Keep going. Now you're going to lift your right heel up, then your left, and make believe you're running. Push down with your hands if you want to. Doesn't this feel good? Yeah. Kind of easy to do. I can feel it in my knees. So it depends on where you are in your body mechanics, in your joints, what you can do, what you have to be careful of. But most people can do something. Almost everyone can do something, right? Move your arms. Or you can do a little running in place by lifting those feet off the floor. That's a great warm-up. We're going to do that again sometimes. All right, now let's do another exercise. We're almost done now. Just want to make sure we warm up appropriately. You're going to touch to the side and cross and side and cross. Great for balance. And you're still moving because you're doing one after the other, right? And cross. Good, one more. Can you do one more? Yes, you can. Side, cross, side. We're doing the other leg now. Side, cross. I'm slowing it down just a little bit. Side and cross. I told you I was going to do anything that came to my mind. Good. All right, now do this with me. Step to the side, cross to the back. Slightly aerobic. If I can prevent one fall, I would be very happy. We don't want to do that. As we get older, we hear more and more of our friends, people we know that are taking a fall, and they have no idea how they got down there. There are many reasons for it, but most of it is a lack of strength and balance, which does not get better with aging. So I'm going to sit back down again. And we're going to do some fitness testing. And I have made it as easy as possible. It's not complicated what we're doing. There are many ways to test strength, but we're going to do it as simply as we can today, just to get a general idea. You really like to know these things, right? Okay. And now remember, folks with osteoporosis, especially if it's moderate or severe, you're not going to do exercises like this where you come forward. Very dangerous for the spine. It's a caveat, so be careful. Always check with your doctor. If you're not sure about anything I'm doing, don't do it. Just watch us, but write it down so you can ask, all right? So we're going to test upper body first, okay? And all you do is take your weights. I hope you all have your weights. I should have mentioned that. Just take your weights, turn them over. I'd like you to put both weights in one hand. Try it. Bring that elbow right into your body. See if you can do a few repetitions with both weights. So this would be 10 pounds for me. But I am supporting my arm. If you need just a little support, hold underneath. Is this impossible for any of you? Think about that too. Can you do just one? Can you do 4? Can you do 2? Whatever you can do. Just a simple test, not very technical, but it gives us a general idea of where we stand. Try the other arm. We usually are stronger or weaker on one side. Elbow in and lift that weight up 1. I don't find it too difficult. I probably need a heavier weight myself. That's what it means usually, if you can do it easily or fairly easily. So you might be shortchanging yourself by using weights that aren't heavy enough. So this is one little test we can do. Great. All right, carry it forward. All right. Very good. Okay. Now just for the heck of it, put one weight on each leg and lift that leg up 1. Feel that in your abdomen, in your quadricep. Good. Just try this. This is something that just popped into my mind. Any trouble doing this? Just make sure the full weight is on your leg. And you're just kind of guiding the weight. You're just holding it so that it doesn't fall off. Now try 2 weights on that leg and lift up 1. I can feel that. Be careful, lower backs, hips. Good. Bring it up and up. And 3 and 4. I can feel it 5. Just do whatever you can do. Good. Okay, let's try the other side. Now this leg is stronger. It's easier for me to do this side. Just see how that feels with 2 weights on it. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay. I know you can feel that. Remind me to do that Grecian statue stretch at the end of our class today. Okay, now for the lower body in general, I'm going to put my weights down here. I think you know what's coming, right? Let's come forward in the chair. The sit-stand, really important and really basic. You're going to stand up and sit back down again. How many times can you do it? Up. This strengthens what? Your quadriceps, your thighs. Up again. 3. Again. 4. And I know it's not fun, but it does become easier, but you can't do it just once a month. You've got to do that at least twice a week. Maybe when you get up, just do it. So you throw in a few extra during the week. But just pay attention to how you feel. It's called a sit-stand and a lot of other things, but we're just testing lower body strength, your legs. How does that feel? Does it feel pretty good? All right. Now, upper body flexibility. How flexible are you? This is a stretch that we did in the last class, I believe, upper body stretch. To stretch, although I think this one might be a little difficult, but it seems quite popular for senior fitness testing, is to take one arm, pat yourself on the back there, and take your other arm, see how close you can get your hands. I used to be able to touch, well, maybe next week, okay? It's been a while. But have someone look or do it in the mirror or whatever you can do to find out. And according to how many inches your hands are apart, that's how they would determine your fitness level. I'm going to try the other arm. So I'm going to turn a little bit, pat myself on the back. I think this one is going to be terrible. I don't know if you folks can see me, but see how close you can get those hands together. Again, ask a friend, look in the mirror, whatever you can do. Be careful if you have any shoulder problems at all. Just keep that in mind. For a minute here, just put your hands up here on your shoulders, just to loosen that up right now. Good. Great. All right. Now for lower body flexibility, there's a couple more after that too, I think. Lower body flexibility. Let's do, the only thing with that is Again, people with osteoporosis shouldn't be bending like this. If you don't have osteoporosis, but you know you can do it, whatever, you all know where you are in your health process. I hope so. What you're going to do, put one leg out, and you can round your back in this one, and you're going to bring that toe back toward your head or your chest or your body, whatever, and round over and see how far you can stretch. Can you touch that toe or the ankle or just your shin? Some people might only be able to go as far as this. But I mean it, just doing it a few times, you'll be able to go a little bit farther. So if you don't have osteoporosis and you are able to do this, this is a pretty good See, if I bring the toe back, sure, I can touch it. If I point at it, that's a different story, I guess. I'm going to try the other leg. Sitting up straight first. Then you can round over. You're not keeping your back straight here. You're rounding over, and you're going to try to touch that toe. And you can feel that stretch in the back of the leg too. All right, good. Well, I can just about do it, but I try to exercise as much as I can. This is not the only time I do it. I do something every day. I do those morning exercises, and we might try those next time again too. All right. Now the balance test, oh boy, we are going to have to stand on this one, but try not to hold on when you get up. Just get up like that, all right? All right, I'm going to stay right here on the side of the chair. I think I'm going to move this chair over just a little bit. Now this one is simple to do. You're supposed to be able to balance 15 seconds on one leg or one foot to avoid a fall. That is a long time. I was reading the other day that people over 80, most of them can't do 2 seconds, but maybe you can. So let's just fool around with this, all right? Nice and tall, arms down. Try to bring the weight, your body weight, over the front of that supporting foot. Bring the foot in a little more. Just test yourself. Up, down, up, down. Feel pretty good? Up, down, up, down. Now surprise yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could you do 6? Could you do 8? You've got to test yourself, right? Okay. Now relax those legs a little bit. Yeah, stretch, 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 stretch. Okay, we're stretching the calf muscle. Can you feel it? All right, nice and tall. If you need to hold on, make sure you're not out here, right next to that chair. Lift the other heel up, nice and tall again. Shoulders down, slightly forward. Not like this. Your whole body comes forward in one piece, right? Arms out, lift up, up, down, up. Now I am standing on my weaker leg. Good. So that part's easy, right? We can do that. All right, bring the foot in a little closer, nice and tall, and then just lift it up, say, for 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only did 6, 9, 10, 11, whatever you can do. 15 is a long time, but I guarantee if you did this every day and you practiced it, you might be able to do it. So that's just a good test for us, okay? So again, I told you it would be short and sweet, and I would give you just the basics. So if you're having trouble with everything, you know what to do, right? PT, take a course, work with a personal trainer, watch this show, watch the other shows, go to the health club, go to the senior center, get a piece of home equipment, get a bicycle. There's something called a New Step, a wonderful machine where you sit and push pedals. So it's aerobic and strengthening at the same time. There's a million things you can do for yourself. Take a walk, right? When you're sitting watching TV, hold your leg up like that, just to see how long you can do it, right? And then the other side, up, 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 and just hold it as long as possible. Or do something like that. Good for your hips, stretches the hips out a little bit, strengthens the abdomen, there's a million things. You probably know a lot yourself. How about, I remember doing aerobics. I'm trying to remember the name of that teacher that everyone knows, but Try yoga. Yoga's good also. If you want to really stretch, Pilates is great. But yoga, I do some yoga every day, a little bit of that too. So, all right, grab some water for yourselves. I think I'm working you kind of hard today. Try to drink more water, unless you know for sure you are drinking enough. Can you drink too much? I think it's rare that people drink so much that something bad happens. So ask your doctor about that. See what he has to say about that. All right. You know what I thought I would do today? I've got a few minutes left. How about we do nothing? All right. Meditation is not what you think. I love that saying. So what? Sit back. You don't have to sit up straight now. The legs are out. You can support your arms right here if you want. You can do this. Don't worry about your posture. Oh boy, this is great. Let's move those feet back and forth. Doesn't that feel wonderful just to do that? This is actually the first exercise I do every day in bed. I get that blood circulating in the legs, get that blood back up to your heart. All right. Now to be really comfortable, I usually bring one foot in a little bit. Drop that chin right down. See how far down the chin goes? Good. Nice and relaxed. Now as you bring your head up, take a breath up through your nose, expanding that abdomen just a little bit. Hold the breath for 2 seconds, breathe out through your mouth. Now as you breathe out, you can tighten or pull that abdomen in just a little bit. And drop your chin down. We're going to exhale not much longer, a few seconds more. Wonderful. And I can just about promise you, when we do a couple of these breaths, you are going to feel more relaxed. You'll be able to concentrate more. You can lower your anxiety. You can lower your blood pressure if you do it enough and you do it properly. Don't, take a course. Just do all you can for yourself so that aging will be a more positive experience. Let's experiment. See how long we can live healthy. Maybe another 30 years, who knows? Let's take another breath together up. Holding and exhaling as you drop that chin down. Wonderful, wonderful, good. But while you're down here, just move your head from side to side. So you're going to feel that on the side of your neck. Wonderful. Good. And just come back and you can say hi to me and look at me again. That breath is so integral to what we're doing, the yoga breath or the meditative breath or just breathing in and out. Breath is life, right? That I think chi, the word chi means energy and breath, and Tai Chi and Qigong and things like that. Try Tai Chi for balance. It's one of the best things you can do because you're standing all the time while you're doing it. Those knees are bent. So you can never say, well, I don't know what to do. Well, there's nothing out there for me. There's a ton of stuff. I know I'm on my soapbox today, aren't I? But if I can instill a little bit of energy and get you started and excited about doing things again. So let's take one more breath together, all the way up. Up through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And we're going to stay right down here, relaxed. Move that head from side to side. What I'd like you to do, you can hear me, most of you, I think. Think about a scene. Think about something, a place that relaxes you, that you've been to in your lifetime, that the minute you walk in, it could be an abbey, it could be a chapel. Chapels are beautiful. You don't have to be religious to go and sit in a chapel and feel relaxed. Block the world out. We think about it too much. We see too much stimulation. Now with your head down here, just a little breath in and exhale out. Good. For the next minute, and I'm going to count to myself. I know what a second is. I want you to keep your mind on that one scene and then see how you feel when we stop. So we'll start with a breath, the yoga breath up through the nose. Up, 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 and hold. And exhale. Let the chin drop down naturally. And remember, keep that beautiful scene. That could be the countryside, it could be trees and grass. And I can hear the birds now, I can hear bees. You're in a beautiful English garden. And for 1 minute, we're going to think about just that. And here we go. Just open your eyes when you're ready. And just pay attention to how you feel, how your body feels. If you still feel a little tension in those muscles, just move your feet back and forth and relax. What I neglected to say was, when your mind starts to wander, and it will, especially if we're new to this, take another one of these breaths. It brings you back so that we're not so scattered all the time. We're not talking to ourselves, that mind chatter that most of us do. Well, I have to do this errand, and pay a bill or whatever you have to do. And the reason I do this is because I believe in it, and it does work, and it is important. So this is for mind, body. So it's not just exercise for your body, exercise for your mind, your mood, just to quiet the mind and relieve the tension and relax. So thanks again for joining me today, and I'll have another what I hope is interesting and beneficial show for you next time. Bye for now. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Wow. Bye-bye.